The New York Times reporting a top executive of the Trump Organization may soon be in deep legal trouble. Quote, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office appears to have entered the final stages of a criminal tax investigation into Donald Trump's long-serving chief financial officer, Allen Weisselberg, setting up the possibility he could face charges this summer. A grand jury has been hearing evidence about Mr. Weisselberg, who is facing intense scrutiny from prosecutors as they seek his cooperation with a broader investigation into Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization. The prosecutors have obtained Mr. Weisselberg's personal tax returns, providing the fullest picture yet of his finances. As the Times goes on to point out, the Trump family has relied on Weisselberg's loyalty and service for decades. Weisselberg, in fact, goes back to when Trump's father ran the business, so this could get interesting rather quickly. Professor Murray, over to you. This is also about the circle around the former president, but a big story that came out in Peter's newspaper tonight. Our friend Neil Katyal was talking about Mr. Weisselberg tonight and raised this prospect.
If Weisselberg doesn't cooperate, he's got to worry that Trump may turn on him. Each of them is going to have to worry about that, and that becomes a race to get information.
So, Professor, Counselor, exactly how much trouble is Weisselberg in potentially, and what kind of possible charges are we talking about?
Well, there's a wide-ranging investigation that's ongoing here. There's talk of tax fraud, also claims that there perhaps wasn't taxes paid on fringe benefits to employees. But again, the biggest issue is going to be whether there have been valuation of assets or the dropping down of liabilities in some of these loans that Weisselberg orchestrated. And all of that could have serious consequences. As Neil says, this really is a prisoner's dilemma. Mr. Weisselberg and Mr. Trump will both have to decide how they're going to proceed. And of course, there will be considerable pressure on Mr. Weisselberg, whether there's an indictment or not, to cooperate in order to secure leniency going forward.